Hey YouTube, Eco Clean Queen here. Today I'm going to do an ultimate clean with me for 2019. I'm a digital nomad and my husband and I travel all around the world, and currently we're in Mexico staying at an Airbnb. This Airbnb has 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and today I'm going to be doing a tidying up of the entire property, and so this is for cleaning motivation for you. And if you like cleaning videos like this, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and then you can also subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to be notified of any other upcoming videos. Okay, without further ado, after this intro, I'll get started. So first, before you start cleaning the room, you want to make sure everything is tidy and put away so that you can clean as many surfaces as possible. In this video, I'll be talking about 5 steps to clean just about any room. So step number 1 is look up. There are cobwebs in the corners, perhaps spider webs, dust, and you'll look at the light fixtures, the fans. Anything that's above is going to be cleaned so that all of the dust particles settle down to the floor, and then you can clean the rest of the surfaces. And this would be a great time to strip the beds and throw all the linens in the wash. After dusting mirrors, you can use vinegar and water with a cloth and buff it dry. When you're dusting surfaces, use the feather duster to remove all of the particles, lift things if you need to, but put it right back in the same spot. Also dust and wipe any light switches that you see. Dust with the feather duster to put all of the particles onto the floor because you'll be cleaning it last. And then once all the particles are removed, it's a lot easier to clean with a rag and some all-purpose cleaner or vinegar, depending on the surface. But if you go with Castile soap and water, quite diluted, you won't have a problem. It cleans basically everything. Another trick is to fold your rag so that you can use multiple sides of the rag without getting it dirty. I see a lot of cleaning videos and they'll just scrunch up the rag and start wiping away, but you can save the rag by just folding it into 4 or 6 sides, and then you can use each side and just keep flipping as you go along. So as you can see, I started from the top of the lamp and worked my way down to the lamp, lifted the lamp, cleaned under the lamp, and then I cleaned the lamp table. And I started opening drawers and cabinets and cleaning on the sides. This is cleaning every surface, and you can do this fairly quickly. Just start from the top and work your way down. All right, now let's transition to the kitchen. And let's start by just putting everything away so that we can wipe as many surfaces as possible. And then once again, look at the ceiling, make sure the cobwebs are taken care of, and then you'll start wiping. Okay, so to wipe, grab your rag and put it in some Castile soap and water. To make the Castile soap and water, just grab any bottle of your choice. I'm just repurposing this bottle here. And then I filled up the bottle halfway with water and then a little bit of Castile soap, shook it up, and then I saw that it was a little bit too concentrated, so I added more water. And then you'll start wiping from the cabinet that is the highest, and then work your way down. And you can also open up the cabinet, clean the shelves of the cabinet, and also clean the doors and around the cabinet. And then you'll just work from like left to right or right to left, however you want to start. As I'm doing this job, I'm constantly washing my rag in the sink, and so I can keep the same rag. You might have plenty of rags. I am limited on rags because I'm traveling, so I use the same rag, and by just washing it out with dish soap and then adding a little bit of Castile soap, rinsing it out with water. So I am constantly doing this during the job. If I was at a client's house, for example, I would have several rags with me to cut down on time. To clean this mini stove, those racks had several stains on them, so I had to get them out with Quad Zero steel wool pad. To clean the kitchen table, I used the feather duster to dust all of the chairs and the legs of the chairs, and then also the top of the table and the leg of the table as well. All of the dust particles fell to the floor, and I was able to use a damp rag with the Castile soap again to wipe all of the surfaces. Another trick is to tilt your head so you can see if you wiped all the surfaces. I think I was cleaning so fast that I started to sweat on my forehead and then my crown couldn't hold up. All right, so now that you've dusted everything, wiped down everything, the last part is the floor. And so if you have a broom, start sweeping towards you and then picking up all the dirt and removing all of the dirt from the floor. If you have a vacuum, that's even better. I don't have a vacuum and I haven't had a vacuum for the last 5 months. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months you've been traveling now. So that's a luxury. If you have it, be grateful. I will say though that having a broom is a lot easier to just pick up and clean. You don't have to plug it in anywhere. It's also a lot easier to clean a broom than a vacuum. All right, so after sweeping, you can go to the sink and start washing all of the drying racks and inside the microwave, maybe the tray, all of that little stuff that was left behind. I wash these things and I also wash the sink after I sweep the floor so that if water splashes and lands on the floor, it's not hard to sweep up with a wet floor. I have a kitchen sink cleaning video if you want to watch that, but basically what I did right here in this video is I just poured the dish soap over the entire sink, scrubbed the entire sink, rinsed it, and dried it. And then grab a bucket and fill it with a little bit of water and Castile soap because you'll be using that solution to mop the floors. And I'll show you a little trick that I do with the rag. I dip the rag in the solution and I wring it out as much as possible. Then I will put it over my mop. And if I have a rubber mop, like I'll show you here, this is how I wrap it around so that it stays secure when I'm mopping the floor. I'll tell you how to clean the table and the chairs using only olive oil, a duster, and a rag and some water. That's basically all you're gonna need, my friend. All right, so the first step is removing the dust. Now let's move on to dusting. When you're dusting, just hold the item in place while you dust around it. And then you can lift it up to dust under it, but keep it in the same spot. This prevents you from breaking anything. Trust me, I've broken many things in my house cleaning career and it is the worst. So if you can just hold it in place, it'll stay in the same spot and you won't break it. All right, these might freak you out, but these are important to learn how to clean. So first you want to hold the base from the bottom, and then you want to dust with your feather duster along with the hair. So if the hair is going down, dust down. With picture frames, you also want to hold the frame on the bottom so it doesn't fall off of the wall. And then you'll dust from the top and work your way down. And then later you can grab a rag with some all-purpose cleaner or the Castile soap and water. Make sure it's very lightly damp, not too wet, and then you can clean around the frame. All right, now everything is dusted and wiped down. You can move on to the floor just by sweeping everything and then mopping. I want to recap these 5 steps in each of these rooms: the bedroom, the kitchen, and now the dining/living room. Follow these 5 steps. Step 1, look for the ceiling to see any cobwebs. Step 2, dust all surfaces. Put all of the particles onto the floor. Step 3, wipe all surfaces. Step 4, sweep the floor. Step 5, mop the floor. If you follow these 5 steps, you can clean just about any room. Now stay tuned. After this outro, I'll show you some other rooms of the house. Here's a sneak peek of the 6 bathrooms in this house. I did not clean all of them. I only cleaned the ones that I knew we would be using. After this video, you can check out more in-depth detailed cleanings on how to clean a sink and then also how to clean a toilet. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. You can hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell to be notified of any other upcoming videos. I have how to clean a shower coming up soon, so stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.